The Declaration of Independence has a long and complicated history. One of the most widely held misconceptions about the Declaration is that it was signed on July 4th. The document that we call the Declaration of Independence, and that's now in the Rotunda, did not even actually exist on July 4th. The Continental Congress agreed to the Declaration of Independence on that day, July 4th, and that is what is celebrated. The document on July 19th was ordered to be engrossed. That means to be written out in a large, clear handwriting. And it was presented to the members of the Continental Congress on August 2nd, 1776, for signature. So that is when signing began on the Declaration of Independence. And throughout the Revolutionary War years, it actually did a lot of traveling. Congress moved about 9 times throughout the course of the war, and each time the Declaration moved with it, and each time it would be rolled and unrolled. In later years, it was exhibited for 35 years at a time. It was on exhibit just up the street here at what is now the National Portrait Gallery. It was exposed to sunlight and tobacco smoke and fireplace smoke. In the 1820s, a life-size facsimile was made of the document, and so when people come and see the original, it really does show the ravages of time. It came to the National Archives in 1952 to be exhibited alongside with the Constitution and Bill of Rights, which is, together we call them the Charters of Freedom. But when people come and look at the Declaration of Independence, they can see that it's very faded, and they're kind of shocked about that. But I think it's important to remember that the reason it's so faded is that it's not out of indifference or neglect or contempt for the document. I mean, it's out of extreme devotion. We've, as a people, the American people has dearly loved that document and what it stands for and the ideals that are embodied in it. And I think its condition now is part of its story. And some people look at it and say, oh, isn't that sad that it has become so faded? Personally, I don't think it's sad. I think it's just part of its story, and it's a reflection of how we feel about it. The Declaration of Independence announced to the world that the United States was separating from Great Britain, and it included a long list of grievances against the king. But what it is most celebrated for is a set of ideals and ideas that are set forth in the preamble. And it really has become a beacon of light to people in this country and all around the world who are oppressed, and has been really a call to arms to rise up against oppression. The Constitution takes those ideas and codifies them into a set of laws, and the Bill of Rights adds further protection to our individual liberties. So together, the three of them came out of the American Revolution and are on permanent display in our rotunda. We get about 1 million people who come to the National Archives each year, primarily to see the Charters of Freedom. And there are a lot of different ways to learn about the Charters and to learn about our early history. But there is something unique about coming to see the original documents. Somehow it feeds the soul and puts us in touch with what it is that engendered the birth of this country and has sustained the American people as a people through more than 2¼ centuries.